Another glorious day at Boeing Field doing a freelance neo-fly flight. Mostly I want to check out the new plane here, the Cessna Stationair 207. And I gotta get the throttle ready here, but in the meantime, we're gonna take some passengers up to Victoria. That's in Canada. And also be testing out the I want to test out the trim wheel here on the Honeycomb Bravo, because I haven't had much of a chance to do that yet, and I want to see if the thing works halfway well or if I should just stick with the yoke here. Okay, so we got our pre-flight pretty much done, and we are going to go ahead and start our engine here.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
And we do have an autopilot in this thing. Oops. Well. That would be one of the buttons on the Honeycomb Bravo that I don't quite understand yet. So our route's going to be direct from here up to Boeing Field, and then we're going to hang a little bit of a left and go pretty much straight to Victoria from there. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so fuel selector, elevator trim. Alright, I am not going to set this absolutely to that takeoff arrow, because anytime I do that, almost as soon as I start rolling down the runway, the airplane sticks its nose in the air and doesn't want to accelerate. So now if the weather that I looked at is at all accurate, once we get north of here we should start to see some clearing. Okay, so we got oil temps in the green, oil pressures in the green, cylinder head. We've got plenty of fuel for this. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll be darned. Okay. That's a nice little handy trick. Okay, so let's tune up Boeing Field. And that is probably an easier way to do this. 110.6. And transfer that. 110.6 is in there, and I guess we're not getting it yet. Okay, so what we're going to do then is on the heading, we're just going to go basically straight north here. I'm not even going to bother trying to load a route into that thing because I don't understand those, so I'm just not going to try. Okay. Anyway. So I think we're good. We got our passenger on board, and let's get moving. Whoops, there we go. Brake check, works, okay. Ew, what was that? Now we can turn the taxi light on. This always gets confusing because 32 right is a very short runway. Okay. Okay. Didn't want to start it. Good grief. Okay, you know what? That click spot's really touchy. Alright, run-up test is done. Engine works. So for the most part, I'm really liking this throttle. In fact, the only thing I can think of that isn't really working all that great for me would be the buttons. Not the autopilot buttons, the ones, the rocker switches. Like I'm about to use now to turn on the strobe light and the landing light. They're just in a spot that's not really all that easy to reach, and not that I can think of anything to do about it, you know, not calling it a design flaw or anything, but okay, let's kick her in the ass. Whoa! 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 What was that?
Pilot, good flight.
Good grief! Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay, autopilot, heading, and let's go vertical speed, yoink. Something is amiss here. Okay, well, we'll set the altitude, and I want to go, let's call it 5,000. Okay, I don't know what the heck's going on here. And why does the airplane want to fly me into the ground? Okay, it's fighting me. Okay, so I guess vertical speed on the throttle doesn't work on this kind of autopilot. I don't know. Or I don't understand how the autopilot works. No clue. I really don't know. and go into nav. There we go. That is a strange looking sky. Alright, what's the message? OBS not available. Okay. So, looking at the chart again, leaving Boeing Field. Come on. 2728, so 285 radial outbound, I'm guessing, maybe. We'll give that a try. Strange looking. Guess we can shut that off now. So we don't want to get too far out of balance. But I'm going to give that a few more minutes before I switch the tanks, I guess. Yeah, let's do it now. Well, should probably turn the fuel pump on. Which one's which? Emergency, start, I don't know. There we go. And we still have fuel flow. Yes, we do. Good. Off. So this airplane, the 207, is on sale in the marketplace. About $10. So I said, oh, okay, fine, I'll pick it up. Not like I need another plane. And we're about 6 miles from Boeing Field. In the soup, I guess, aren't we? Yep. There's my passenger. This is Neo Fly, a freelance job, so I didn't have to use the 152. And the one, well, tell you the truth, I should have used the 152. Would have been a fairer test, I guess, of the trim wheel, which I still have mapped to my yoke button if I need it, but I'm hoping this trim wheel thing works out. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But single hardest thing to me about Flight Simulator, actually I can't think of one single thing that's the hardest to me about, but the hardest thing right now in my mind is trimming. I mean, I never actually got my pilot's license, but the flying that I did, trimming was the easiest part, I thought. Because, I mean, you could just feel when the trim takes the controls away from you, you can feel it. You can't feel it in Flight Simulator, obviously. So, we should be leveling off here in a couple 100 feet. I don't know if it's set up to capture or not. So, oh, it did. Okay. And there we go, leveling off. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to that 285 radial. Out there. I hope that works. Because I'm not sure if I really remember very well how VORs work. It's been a long time. And I guess I should probably be embarrassed by that, but I'm too old to be embarrassed, so the hell with it. Looks like it's doing what I want it to do here. And we're just going to fly away from it a little bit and let things settle down and then nab that radial. Some breaks in the clouds. Okay, now that's more of what it's looking like around the homestead here. Well, we're going in about the general direction I want to go, so I'm happy. Well, that looks pretty nice, actually. That looks a little weird, but over there it's looking pretty nice. That looks like we're flying next to a mushroom cloud. I wonder... Oh, okay. Really don't know how that thing works. But, tell you what. Yeah, we're kind of on the way to where we want to go. Let's see here. There's no VOR there. There's an NDB at Mill Bay, but I don't really want to do that. Let's go to heading here for a minute. Yeah, I'm actually not really testing the trim at all here, am I? Okay. Well, that's alright. I needed to look at the new plane. That's cool. Didn't think this out very well. That's alright. So that is Whidbey Island out there in front of us. I was just there earlier today. Off to the right of the airplane up there on Whidbey would be Whidbey Island Naval Air Station. That's home to Growlers, EF-18E, whatever they are, Growlers, electronic warfare. Also P-8 Poseidons. And they used to have a whole bunch of P-3 Orions, which I love to watch, but I think they're all gone now. I haven't seen one in a long time. Now let's try nav again. Nav is not working. Okay, heading it is. Strange. I did something wrong there again, didn't I? Alright, I'll tell you what. Maybe I've just figured something out here. Did I? Did I? Did I? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Maybe it's time to go back to the lessons. Well, we're gonna get there one way or the other. Okay, since we got some time here, let's just see. No, I don't want that. Flight plan. So... Oh, okay. There, that's what I want. Okay, now we got a distance. Alright. Ugly, but it works. 36, almost 37 nautical miles. Okay. Not a flight plan, but hey. So how does this sound? About 20 miles out from the airport, I will turn the autopilot off, descend and land by hand. That will test the trim, right? I'm just going to leave that up so I can see how far we are. Okay, alright, well I figured out that first, okay. The first waypoint became my origin, in a sense. I think I see now. Now, I have no idea how to fix that, but I don't really need to. Yeah, I think I kind of like this plane. I like the steam gauges. I really hate those 3 TV screens in the 172. And I don't think that's just me being an old coot. They're hard to read. Well, I mean, they were on my laptop. To be fair, I don't think I've tried the 172 on this computer yet, so maybe I could see them, I don't know. Okay. That, I believe, is our destination down there. Well, actually, that's Orcus. Sorry. We need to come left a little bit, don't we? We need to come left. Oh. Let's try 290. Okay. That up there, the blinking lights, that is probably our airport. Now come on, there's got to be an ATIS. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be landing on 2-1, but we'll do our best to figure it out. I'm just going by what the winds usually do around here. One more check. Port Angeles. We're nowhere near Port Angeles. Okay, so much for that little plan. Alright, here we go. Autopilot's coming off. Look at that. Okay. So, we're going to try and trim. I want to get the descent rate to about 500 feet or so. Let's hold that if we can. Little up a little. this is all trim wheel here now. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Gentle. Gentle. See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't feel what it's doing. All I can do is look and try and gauge it off the horizon. But I think I sort of dialed something in there a little bit. Let's see if we can hold that. Nope, there it goes. Airspeed's dropping. Well, alright, let's add a little throttle. So the NeoFly job that I picked up was to take a passenger here, where we're about to land. And I picked the cargo version of this airplane, so the poor schmuck has to sit on that crate. Or maybe I should just land on 2.7, which looks to be the one with the approach lights there. Alright, so we'll do that, since I'm not familiar with the airport anyway, and I can see that runway. Okay, now I'm actually trying to trim here. So let's put some flaps out. Let's get our landing lights on, taxi lights, what the hell. This is a heavy airplane. I just noticed that. Quite heavy. It is not spry. And I'm climbing. Didn't want that. Okay, a little back trim, and we'll leave it there. I think I was right. 2-1 probably would have been a better runway. But too late now. Gonna have to give this airplane a name. I'm thinking Lenny. I believe I'm a little fast here. Now I wonder if the thing's going to try and drift on me on the runway like it did on the takeoff. What in the hell was that about? That was just nuts. I hadn't even done anything yet.
Nice landing, pilot.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that.
What a buttery smooth landing.
Contact ground for your parking assignment,
That?
then shut down your engine.
That was buttery smooth. Oh man, look at that. And then all of a sudden, okay, there you go. That pisses me off. I was kicking right rudder to keep it as straight as I could on the runway, and a lot of right rudder too, which tells me, yeah, I probably should have landed on 2-1. But then all of a sudden I get below a certain speed and it just suddenly there's no wind. Something is wrong with that. I mean, it's like somebody flipped a switch. It wasn't gradual. It wasn't even semi-gradual. Somebody just flipped a frickin' switch. Okay, that's it. Rant's over. I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong about that. Maybe that's how it really is. I don't know. Wait a minute, let me think about that. I'm kicking right rudder to keep it straight. Which means I had the wind backwards. But okay, whatever. All I'm saying is it just stopped. It just flat stopped. I mean, as you slow down, you know, the effect should lessen. Maybe not gradually, but kind of in a sort of an incline, maybe, if that makes any sense. Alright, I'll shut up about it now. It just makes me mad. Oh, I forgot the flaps. Okay, I'll park over here somewhere.